and gentlemen, be a part of history on Tuesday, 26 May at the Russell's Auditorium. Witness the launching of the Calypso Cabaret, featuring a cast of 15 members, Calypsonians and soca artists all at their best. Dancing would be done by the La Gracia Dance Company and drumming by Naked Roots. A very entertaining night awaits you. Showtime is 8:30 p.m. Music provided by the Uprising Band. Admission $20. Come, let's celebrate the Calypso Cabaret. See you there, May 26th at the Russell's Auditorium. Whoa. Whoa.
It was off? It was off?
So count it off.
Good morning to viewers and listeners wherever you are. Those who are here physically with us, I want to thank VC3 for always being present. William Kojo Anthony, Calypsonian and journalist of the VINCYMAS, thank you for coming. We have Lancelot the Vinci Chapman from the executive, Mr. Rodney Steelpan Boss Small, CEO of the CDC. Today, we are here with our annual media conference. The purpose of this media conference is to update you on all things Calypso for 2026 VINCYMAS. Naturally, you will hear from the various tents. We have 5 tents that are functioning, and those 5 tents are DYNAMITE's cultural organization, and the flagship component of that organization is the DYNAMITE's Calypso tent, and I say so proudly, and with a lot of vigor, because we have the unique distinction of having the only, and I repeat with emphasis, the only Calypso tent in the diaspora. We have graduates, the longest tent I believe in Sims and the Grenadines. We have On Tour, we have Upstage Experience, and the new kids on the block, Calypso Cabaret. These tent leaders will update you, will apprise you of developments and what to expect in the tents for 2026. On my left, my extreme left, I have John Duggan, the truth of the DYNAMITE's Calypso tent. Close to me, on my left, my immediate left, Glenroy Delflesh, a.k.a. Homie, of Graduates Calypso tent. To my right, Grantley Constance, a.k.a. Iper, of the newest tent on the block, Calypso Cabaret. To his right, immediate right, is Chanel Mackenzie, the lone female of the Upstage Calypso tent. And you notice she's the only person who doesn't have a sobriquet. She goes by her name. And to her right, and on my extreme right, is Elvis Abbey, a.k.a. Abby Ja, of the On Tour Calypso tents. I am proud to be surrounded by all these veterans, all these songbirds. But I am not here to sing. I am here to speak. And all the tent members, today is not for singing. Today is for them to articulate and present their plans for Vincy Mas 2026 as it relates to Calypso. So without further ado, I now invite to address you to present their plans, Mr. John Durand, the truth of the DYNAMITE Calypso tent. John?
Yes, blessings to everyone. My name is John Durand, the representative for the DYNAMITE Calypso tent of New York. The DYNAMITE Calypso tent proudly announced the staging of its Calypso preliminary judging for Vincy Mas 2026, set for Saturday, June 6, 8 p.m. at the American Legion Hall, 1130 East 92nd Street, Brooklyn. This year's preliminary judging brings together a powerful lineup of seasoned performers of Vincentian Calypso: The Manage, Hamlet, Persona, Jose Wang, Boney Man, Rejector, Gregory Olive, and Dennis Bowman. The tent also introduced a new wave of talent to their cast. Shanique of Magna Band fame makes a debut in the Calypso arena. Former Calypso monarch Manzangi joined the DYNAMITE cast. Also, former junior Calypso and former Rule March Calypso monarch Kemi Christopher. Adding excitement, the evening will feature special guest artists Scorcher Lively and Fireman Mitch. Also, for the night will be powered by DJ M1 and MC, the Big Bad Hercules out of Grenada. The admission is $30. Tickets available from DYNAMITE Cultural Organization members, Standard Caribbean Shippers, Standard Shippers, and Woodsy Bar and Restaurant. The DYNAMITE Calypso tent remain a cultural home for Vincentians in New York, said the leader, Mr. Carlos Providence. It's more than a competition. It's a celebration of our heritage, says Mr. Rejector. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John. And for smooth transition, we will go this way. Graduates, after graduates have spoken, Cabaret will speak. So it's Homie, Ipa, Chanel, Elvis. So I don't have to speak in between. Homie?
Yes, I want to say a special good morning to St. Vincent and the Grenadines from the Graduates Calypso tent. And you know, I'm the shortest person up here, but big in stature. Don't watch nothing. The Graduates Calypso tent is inviting the entire country to come to Kingston to the Russell Cinema. We have a mighty cast for everybody. So the price is to fit your pocket. On stage, we have Nubian Empress, Johnny Rebel, Buster Ski, the big man himself, Shaka. Sonny Banks come back. He had a big tune last year. We'll check your portrait. I don't know why he's singing this year. I can't let it out the bag. But you'll be checking something good. Don't watch nothing. We are Alexander, and of course we have the female secondary school competition winner, Zion. We have 2 primary school kids, Mai from Dorchester Hill Primary School, and of course we have Amelia Lucas. We have Lava K, another female. We have lots of females this year. She'll be singing a raga soca. We have the big man himself, Wasi, Abuza. Shaka been trying to come for the last 4 years, so he come in this year, he say. For sure, he ain't running out the tent. And we have me, myself. We got Hero will be there. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, the dates for Graduates big shows are Friday the 29th. We move from Tuesday to Friday. We gave him Ipa, as he's the new kid on the block. We gave him the Tuesday.
No, that one Tuesday.
All right. And we go on to Friday, May the 29th. Then Friday, the 5th of June. And our preliminary judging will be Friday, June the 12th at the Russell Cinema. And to get in the Russell Cinema, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I don't think we could go lower than where we're going now. It's only $20. right? So you could walk with a little $30 in your pocket. You get drinks and everything. Drinks, food, and everything. And I think that's it for me from Graduates Calypso Tent. And we want to invite the entire country to support Calypso this year. I want to just mention some sponsors because nothing ain't going to happen without the sponsors. I want to thank Geku, CK Grave, Standard Shippers, Mustic Company, and of course, if I missed anybody, I do apologize. We want to thank all the sponsors for supporting Calypso this year. CDC, big up yourself, Ronnie. You're doing a good job. Thank you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you know, the Calypso Cabaret is the newest kid in the block, you know, and I want to thank all the tent leaders for embracing the Calypso Cabaret, you know, because our intention is not just to have a Calypso show, but to have an entertainment package. So, our first show will be at the Russell's Auditorium on the 26th. We is going to start off the ball rolling. And the Calypso Cabaret, as I said, is not just about the oral art. We're going to have drumming by Nzimbu, which is Naked Roots. Naked Roots will be drumming. We have an appearance by La Glacia Dancers. We want to have, you know, a full entertainment package. So we have La Glacia Dancers as well. We have a parade of costume on stage as well from Blondie Board and Friends. All right? So that's how we're going to begin the package. And our cast for the night who will be singing and dancing on stage will be Slim G. Okay? We have Slim G, we have Jeddy, we got Selena, and we have Bug. We have some strange names coming out from the thing, and very interesting songs, you know, very interesting entertainment here. We got a brother called Deluxe, and we have Miamo, Sharika, we got Benji and Kilo, we have Patches, Kevin, not I as in I first person, but Rastaman I. And he said you want to be pronounced as I, not no Rastaman I, but I. You know, very interesting. And we have Omari, Jasper, Avalanche, and we got our, well, before I make mention of my name, we got a brother who have a song out on the radio, is mashing up the waves of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, called Sicko. He will be our guest artist on stage as well. And yours truly, Ipa, will be on the cast as well. We have 15 Calypsonians and soca artists doing a good account of themselves. I must say our package is very entertaining, educational, and informative. And I'm inviting every Vincentian, whether you live in Kingston or the surrounding areas or way out in the country or Leeward, we're asking you to come to the Russell's Auditorium on the 26th. That is Tuesday the 26th. Our other shows will be on Saturdays, which will be Saturday the 6th and Saturday the 13th at the Russell's Auditorium. And as I say, bring a friend, bring a company with you. Tell a friend, tell a family, call everybody, bring them at the Russell's Auditorium for our first show, the 26th, at the Russell's Auditorium. $20 is the admission fee. A full package of entertainments await you, and be there. Let's celebrate with the Calypso Cabaret. That's my piece.
Sounds like a whole advertisement.
Well, that is what it's all about.
I like it.
Come on, come on.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody from the Upstage Experience. I also want to give a warm welcome to the Calypso Cabaret, because it is important to note that tents are increasing as opposed to decreasing. So it's good to always add new tents to the ones that we already have. So congratulations to IPA on this new journey, although he's old in the business, but
be careful what you say.
Old in the business. He's been doing it for years and years and years, you know, but congratulations to IPA on this achievement. The Upstage Experience 2026. We are ready. We've been rehearsing. The songs are excellent this year, and I want to first of all commend all our artists this year on a job well done. As tent leader, I must say that I am pleased with the outcome this year. I want to mention our dates, then I will list the cast for you. So we are going to kick off in Sandy Bay this year on May 23rd. Sandy Bay is usually a big night for us, and we want to invite everybody to come out to Sandy Bay on the 23rd, including the other tent leaders. Jump in your vehicles and journey out to the countryside on the 23rd, okay? That will be a big one. On the 27th, we're in the Russell's Auditorium. On June 3rd, back in the Russell's Auditorium. June 6th, this year we've added Mesopotamia to the calendar. So we've been getting the requests to come to Mespo for some time now, and this year we are making it possible. On June 10th, we are back at the Russell's Auditorium, and that would be our preliminary judging night. Okay? That would be a big night. Just to mention, we have a couple new persons this year. Very entertaining persons, I must say, but I'm going to list the cast for you right now. We have Denise Stevens, we know as Lady D, Cecile King, Jace Bullock, who we know from singing soca, is now doing social commentary this year. So Jace, big up you. Bernard White, Reality. Lornette Ned, Fire Empress. Ronald Brown, Ron B. We have Sheena Collis, Jerome Samuel, which is Parry. Gosnell Jissy Cupid, Cara McCall. Diamond, who is new to Upstage. She's not new to Calypso, but she's new to Upstage. Her daughter, Kerry McCall. Kerry is also with us this year. We have newcomer Chelsea Shott. Chelsea is from the Bayaboo Simon area. Come on out, Bayaboo, and support your girl, Chelsea. We have Enigma. We have Lord Have Mercy. Broom, Little Chris, Rankin Bash. And joining us this year is the brother of Rankin Bash, Lyrical Melody. You know him as Jada Spark. We know him as Lyrical Melody. So we have a big surprise. Big things are happening in Upstage this year. And of course, I will be there this year. So we have a cast of about 20 persons. So it will be a packed night. We expect to begin our 10 shows at 8 o'clock sharp. So we're inviting you to come out very early so we can get an early start to the night. Of course, we want to thank our sponsors for their continued support. And we are still inviting other persons to come on board with us. Join us on the road if you must, and every support that we get, it is important to us and we are grateful for it, whether financially or just offering what other support you think you can bring to the tent. So I want to thank you for everybody who's been on board with us over the years and continue to do so. Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks, Mr. President, for leaving the best for last. The Ontario Calypso tent this year, we are committed to bringing the usual high standard that you expect from Ontario. Our tent starts at the Russell's Auditorium on the 28th. That is our first show. Second show on the 4th, and our big preliminary night on the 11th of June. 4th of June and 11th of June. 4th of June is the second show. We have a cast of 20 this year. And I would list it down. We have Zion, one of the most look forward to Calypsonian, I think, for this season, because people would be wondering, I wonder where Zion coming with this year, that kind of thing. We have Vibrating Skates, who is a veteran. We have another veteran, Exposer. We have The Truth, and truth be told, he always brings some good calypsos. We have Azara, another veteran. We have The Man Sick. We have yours truly, Abijah. Da Vinci, another veteran. Marshy, the Humor Man. We have Ninja. We have Melodious Marvel. We have Koja, Soharo, and we have singing Calypso for the first time is Bongo Prime. He is the defending Raga Soca Monarch, and he's I think he's first runner-up in the Soca Monarch as well. He will be doing a thing in Calypso, and we are looking forward to that. We have Roots Garden, Andrew Rankin, Papa Niceness, Bay, Tumpai, and Boti Bantan. And our rehearsals are going well, preparations are going well, and me as the leader of the tent, I'm quite happy with the product and the composition that I have heard so far. And I could guarantee you that Onto will be living up to the usual standard. We look forward to being there for you once more. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Abijah. And I just realized while I was speaking, and I looked to my right, I realized that the three persons to my right are all monarchs: Ipa, Chanel, and Abijah. So, me and the truth, you have something to motivate you. That's good. These are Calypso monarchs. So, yes, so you see amongst us, 3 of the tent leaders are former Calypso monarchs. And as we say, Calypso Mise. This year, we decided to start early. I want to make it clear from the outstart, or remind persons that the tents are autonomous bodies. Yes, they are governed by the same Calypsonian Association, but they have the autonomy to run their show how they see it fit, once they do it under the ambit and the rules and regulations of the Calypsonian Association. The tent leaders have jumped out quite early. Very early on, they have been asking for marketing tools. They have been at the CDC requesting early ads, and I'm not an expert, but I know there's a difference between advertisement and marketing, and they understand that as well in their promotion. Because we recognize that we need to reach out to the people, the customers, the patrons. They are the ones we have to please. They are the ones that have the voice, and we are the voice of the people. And I say we, because I'm speaking of the Calypsonian Association. I'm not speaking about we, including Kaba as a singer. If you want the word to change, ask Kaba to sing. So the association is well pleased with the progress thus far, and we expect great things. It will not be a show as usual. It will be an experience when you come to the Calypso tent. As Mercy says, Lord of Mercy, come to the tent. Yes, come in your droves, come out in your numbers. Invite a friend and let them know that you are in for a treat and an epic experience. We have done several things leading up to what will be, in my opinion, a fantastic season for Calypso and by extension, culture. I wish to note that you heard some names that are unfamiliar to Calypso. Bongo Prime is the reigning Raga Soca Monarch, and the first runner-up in the Soca Monarch, and he has decided that he wants to keep the culture to his chest, and he recognizes the importance of Kaiso. So he has joined the Onto Calypso tent. We have young Jace, who decided yes, and it was a decision that he made by consulting his inner soul. Because as far as he's concerned, Kaiso is the mother or the father, we call it, of all the other subgenres. And we always say that Calypso is Kaiso, Raga Soca, and I'll pause here for effect, because Raga Soca is our creation. it is credited that Doctors Frankie McIntosh and Alston Becker-Seras were the creators of Raga Soca. And when you have a baby, you must nurture your baby. You must feed your baby. You must do everything for your baby to experience love, compassion, and empathy, so it knows that you are there for it every step of the way. And that is what Raga Soca deserves. And of course, we have Soca, which is the most popular of the subgenres. So having said that, we have Mankemi. But Mankemi origins is from Kaiso. He's joining DYNAMITE this year, but we knew him in recent times as a soca artist. But remember that Mankemi won multiples during the Calypso Monarchs. Yeah. Okay, and I've been corrected that he wants to be called Kemi Christopher as a Calypsonian. So we know him as Mankemi, so we see the actual transformation from Mankemi back to Kemi Christopher. Because when he was a junior Calypsonian, he was Kemi Christopher, and he'll all be Kemi Christopher, because that's his name. So we are buoyed, we are encouraged that those youngsters have seen it fit to come into the art form of Kaiso, and they certainly will give the fillip. That is just one of the reasons why you as patrons must come to the tent. Be it Brooklyn, New York, be it Russell's Auditorium in Kingston or Stony Ground to be specific, or be it wherever a tent is traveling. For example, Sandy Bay, and I've been told Mespo is also on the cards. Right. But we just didn't sit down and then Calypso start springing, or Calypso just start coming forth. Persons had to work. And in preparation, the association held a symposium for adjudicators and artists. It was a hybrid. We were really, there was a big smile on our face on that Saturday, because it was the biggest turnout we have seen in years. And again, we were encouraged, because we also had new judges. Because you always have to replenish your stock. And you always have to refresh persons with new tools, because nothing remains the same. And our judges coordinator, and I want to salute and applaud him here, Dr. Cliff Scott, did an excellent job in coordinating and facilitating that workshop. What he does apart from that, he will be responsible for naming the judges. Because very soon, on the 6th of June, DYNAMITE's Calypso tent will kick the ball rolling with the preliminaries of the 2026 Calypso Monarch. And you notice I say the preliminaries of the 2026 Calypso Monarch, because although the preliminaries are managed by the tent, they are actually the first part of the Calypso Monarch. The Calypso Monarch has 3 phases. Preliminaries, managed by the various tents. Then you have semi-finals, managed by CDC, and the big grand final. We have seen it fit as an association to look and review the scores or the criteria for scoring this year, to give it a lot more clarity. And I want to put in the limelight, the spotlight, on Dr. Jalen Allen, Mrs. Marlon Anton James, Mrs. Angia Gaines Muhes, Dr. Cliff Scott, Willis Williams, and Lennox Bowman, who are all part of this process. So I'm pleased to announce to you that the association has agreed on a new scoring criteria. It does not differ much, but it has clarity. It is broken down into sub-elements. And that augurs well for the adjudicators, because it becomes more friendly Also this year, the association has decided and has put forward to CDC that they want a different process in scoring, in arriving at the final results. Normally, the adjudicator judge will score. Somebody from the CDC as a liaison will take up the score sheet and carry it to the auditor, who will then input it into the computer and come out with the final results. This year, the tents and the association have decided that the judges will tally the scores, and then the auditor, he or she will do his or her auditing job to confirm or to verify that the scores are correct. So that is another change, in my opinion, in the right direction. Some persons will have different opinions, but this is the decision of the Calypsonians Association. We understand the need to recognize persons. There are persons who have toiled in the vineyard for years upon years. Mind you, all 5 Calypsonians here with me, and the 2 in the audience, did too applied their trade for many years, and they've toiled in the vineyard. And I use that word toil, one emphasis on toil. One Calypsonian, I think, is exposed to the song Billy Button. You don't want to know why I'm saying that. It's because, for the most part, Calypso is a labor of love. You are like Billy Button or work for nothing. But what drives these Calypsonians is their love for the art form, is their love for culture, is their love for the development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Because if we don't have a cultural foundation as an island, as a nation, you could be lost. So understand the importance of Calypsonians in the fabric of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Not underestimate their importance. So I want to thank you, all of you, for the work you have done as Calypsonians and now as administrators. So, we believe not just in saluting and commending and applauding people. We believe in doing tangible things. Last year, we saw it fit to honor Robert King Nice, a.k.a. Patches. This year, we have decided to put forward to Summit to CDC another iconic figure, a man who is credited with what is called the second anthem of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Our Nation is Born. Of course, having said that, you know I'm speaking of none other than Vibrating Skakes Aline. Good. So that we hope the CDC will accept. We are supremely confident they will, but we don't have the final say. The CDC are the ones who have to do it. Apart from the tents, what are in store? What are in store for Vincy Mas 2026 as it relates to Calypso? We must always, and you see I use this word must because I don't want to give an option, always focus on development, focus on replenishment, focus on the youngsters, because we won't be here forever. There will be persons who have to fill the void. And every year, you know, there is junior Calypso and soca competition in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, open to primary school and secondary schools. Normally, there would have already been a workshop, but this year, the organizing committee has decided that they will first have the preliminaries on June 6th And they're going to try to have it in a tent style, rather than the children come like in ties as they normally do upstage at CDC and just sing to who is there, the teachers and the children. They've decided to have it in a tent style fashion. This naturally will help the children who are unfamiliar with stage to get familiar with the stage. So after that, there will be the workshop. And when those children are selected, 8 for primary, 8 for secondary, and 8 for soca, they will then compete on Tuesday, 30th of June, right here at the Victoria Park, starting at 4 p.m. We need your support. The children need to be encouraged. So we are asking you, we are pleading with you, come out in your numbers. Just bring a friend, even bring an enemy, but just come out in your numbers and enjoy sweet Calypso. Enjoy the youngsters, the future of tomorrow. And their show will be Big Vibes, Young Voices. Very aptly named. Big Vibes, Young Voices. So I am pleading with you to come out in your numbers again. I don't want to make this statement an empty statement by saying Calypso is Calypso, Raga, Soca, and Soca, and then don't give Soca and Raga, Soca love. So, soon the CDC, I'm not going to speak Raga, Soca, and Soca, the CDC will release the date for submission, registration of Raga, Soca, and Soca. But I can tell you this, after the preliminaries, on June 14th, you'll have the semi-finals of Soca Monarch, which includes Raga, Soca, and Soca. And it is aptly titled Bacchanal B, because it's taking place on the tarmac close to the bay in Annisville at the decommissioned Itijoshua Airport, and it begins at 2 p.m. So that's the semifinals. I want to go in chronological date. So from that semifinals, something fantastic is going to happen. Not that those persons or those artists are going to this fantastic event, but that is the next event, chronologically speaking. And that event is on the 26th of June. Does that ring a bell? 26th of June. Vincy Mas, this year official calendar, 26th of June to the 7th of July. So on the 26th of June, this art form, Calypso, represented by Calypso, will kick off Vincy Mas 2026, The Great Escape. Fantastic Friday. We are returning to the Victoria Park after a year away. So we are back at the Victoria Park and voice of the people. So when you go to the tents, it's voice of the people. When you come to semi-final and it's Calypso, it's voice of the people. So I just told you about the junior being on the 30th, Tuesday 30th. The next show where Calypso is concerned will be the soca, the big bad soca that will take place on Saturday, 4th of July. Saturday, 4th of July, big bad soca begins at 9 p.m. And on Sunday, the grand finale for Calypso, called Dimanche Gras again, Voice of the People, will take place on the 5th of June. 5th of July, that is. So you are in for a treat as far as Calypso is involved. And you will know that defending champion, two-time defending champion, is Madzart. So Madzart, I have been advised, I've been informed that everybody around this table here coming after you. So you better come with your guns blazing, because they have, I should take that back. You better be ready. Let me take back that gun blazing. Yeah. One body reading to gun and gun blaze and use any metaphors or whatever thing. So, Madzat, be prepared, because they are coming after you. Be prepared. Well, of course, you have to come on. Because we all know, when I spoke about labor of love and the Calypsonians, if a Calypsonian, if he or she does not make semifinals, for the most part, they get nothing at all, while the bands are paid. The people at the venue are paid. Every other stakeholder, they are paid. They are guaranteed payment, except for the Calypsonians. They're not guaranteed, but some do have a windfall. Because if you go on and win the Monarch and so on, of course. So, you're in for a treat. Yes, this is a Calypso press conference, but we believe in brotherly love. We believe in sisterly love. We believe in family. And closest to us are Pan and Mas. We also embrace all the other elements of Vincy Mas, but Pan and Mas are close to us. On this Sunday, 24th of May, at the Victoria Park, starting at 5 p.m., the European movement will present their usual all-white affair, a steel pan fet called Ivy Sorry. So I'm making an appeal for you again to come to your numbers. And even as I speak and I look straight ahead, I see the president of the European movement and also the CEO of the Carnival Incorporation shaking his head in acknowledgement. So, come out, sweet strains of pan. Mas, pan kai mas. Mas is the other component, authentic component. So you have Calypso, pan, and mas. And I'm here now making an appeal to you. If I have to go on my bending knees and beg you, the mass bands are struggling in relation to registration. We need to do our part to keep our culture alive, our authentic culture. So I'm appealing to you, sign up with one of the more than 14 mass bands. I don't want to give a figure, I think it's 15, lest I am inaccurate, but I'm appealing to you. Sign up with one of those bands. You heard me talk about embracing all the elements. Another element of Vincy Mas is Miss SVG. Miss SVG will finally take place on May 30th at the Victoria Park, starting at 8 p.m. And it is titled La Fleur Royale. La Fleur Royale, which means the royal flower. So all the aspiring queens will give their best. And they are all, each of them, a royal flower. They have asked, again, that you come out. Those from their villages, they need your moral support. So wherever these queens are from, and I call them queens deliberately, even though only one will be crowned Miss SVG, come May 30th, all of them are queens in their own right, by the mere fact that they have decided to enter Miss SVG. They are winners in their own right. So they need your support. Come out and support them. I will pause for a while and take questions.
You could tell us the bands, so we are accompanying Calypsonians
Yeah, he asking for each person to say what band is accompanying them.
Okay, For the on tour, it's the next level band with brass.
Upstage, it's the Upstage Festival Band.
Well, our band is called the Uprising Band. That's the band that's going to do the musical accompaniment of the Calypso Cabaret.
All right, for graduates, it will be the Blazing Fire Band, and of course, you know, Blazing Fire's got a song out, Scatter, so you check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, and for Dynamite, it will be the studio band, Grenadian band, very, very professional. And also, Mr. President, the leader of the Dynamite Calypso tent is also a monarch. You know, he mentioned 3 monarchs.
No,
I guess
I
we
said
have 4
who are
monarchs
here.
who are here.
Who are here?
Who are here,
I never-
okay.
yeah.
So, big up projector,
Yes, we are very careful.
Mr. Providence.
That's why I said you and whom, right?
All right.
Just one more thing. I forgot one sponsor, BMC Agency, always with us for the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah, just for clarity, I mentioned who was here to my right. Okay, of course, Rejector is set apart from these 3 monarchs because he has multiple crowns. He has multiple crowns, and yes, so it was specific to us here. So if you check the tape, big up yourself, Rejector. And I'm happy that you asked that question about bands, because my mother and my elders always say, in gratitude, it was on witchcraft. And this year, I have to announce that we establish a relationship, partnership with the police band, who has provided us with adequate brass men this year. And we need to tip our hands to Inspector Van Miller, and if those persons have come forward to provide brass for the various bands.
Along that line, you mentioned the workshop that they had for judges and artists and so on. Or that the California Association help develop that.
Well, that is the one we want to have a follow-up, but what we have decided is that along with the CDC, in what I say to people, this song oxymoronic, in what people regard to as the dead season, which is just after Carnival, around August, September, October, we're going to have development programs, and not the association alone. It will be for all the components, and the CDC has already agreed to lead the charge, because we understand that the D in CDC, which stands for development, must be put to work, and the CDC understands that as well.
Is prize money the same for this year?
Eh?
The prize money the same?
Yeah, it is the same. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I think you. I think you use the correct word. Rumors. We had expected. Yeah. We had expected. We were hoping that there would be an increase.
The question that I had to ask is this: the criteria, the judges' criteria, has it already been officially accepted, or is it just pending right now?
The association has submitted it to the CDC. That's why I said the association has accepted it.
Oh, sorry. It will take place at Mikey's Rose City. Yeah. Yes, Sandy Bay will take place as usual at Miller's Junction, right in Sandy Bay. We have done Leeward for the past, 4 or 5 years? Roughly. So this year we decided to give the Valley a chance. So maybe next year we would revisit the idea one sponsorship allows. That is also a major factor.
Don't do the junior thing where you're talking about. That would be held there.
The, I think you're looking at Russell Auditorium. Yeah, that's where they're looking.
All you,
Yeah, all the
yeah.
yeah, and I'm happy that you said that, eh? Even you said it inadvertently, and I mean the first one you mentioned. No, the first one you mentioned, Ragasoka, right? You heard me laying emphasis on nurturing your baby. Time has come, yeah, where there must be, and you know why this money like you must so, where there must be a Ragasoka element in junior Calypso. Have to. If you're talking about growth and development. And you must make a distinction. Can't see your own, you give birth to a baby, and then you abandon the baby. That is criminal. So I'm appealing that next year we'll have Junior Calypso, Kaiso, we say call it Junior Calypso, Kaiso Raga Soca. In keeping with how we see it. Because if you notice, when you hear junior soca, it's soca you get in. It's fast paced you get in. But so definitely, if we're going to talk about Raga soca being us, we get bored to it, feed it, feature it, showcase it.
So will you be willing to accommodate it this year?
It may be difficult this year because the children, remember in terms of writing, in writing it may be difficult. So, in all fairness, next year, and remember now, I want our viewers and listeners, some may remember, but some may have to be informed. And I am taking this opportunity to let you know that 2027 will be the 50th anniversary of June-July Mass. June-July Mass started in 1977. And you know when you have golden anniversaries, big things are going on. Big things after, And from our end, we have to have big things. And one of the things that we have to do, we can't depend upon CDC to honor. Well, CDC have the right to honor our members. We too must put mechanisms in place to recognize and honor our own. So we must look forward to the day, and 2027 will be a good time to start honoring some of the stalwarts, icons, and legends. And not only them, our sponsors as administrators. Without our sponsors, as the saying goes, money run things. And that's one of the reasons, because what is the elephant in the room, what is conspicuously absent, is the Queen of Calypso. We dearly wanted to have the Queen of Calypso, but the financial climate does not allow us to have the Queen of Calypso. Yeah, well, so I'm just putting that out there because people may be asking for the Queen of Calypso, and information is valuable. You need to put information out to the public. That's the main reason why we have this media conference. So the tents can promote their tents, and the association could update, inform, and advise the general public. And I often say, not because we have been elevated to this position, we have all the answers. We do have all the answers. So anybody who have a suggestion, anyone, we could put something in place, or even the person who you know personally, give suggestions, because we don't have all the answers. We were all hands on deck.
Yeah, Calypso Association any plans for stage any other activity outside Canada?
Well, I will tell you, this year we actually had plans to do an open air concert, but the CDC will be doing that, and the Calypsonian Association, or the Calypso, will be featured. So await word from the CDC, where they'll have an open air show, and the venue has earmark is the old Treasury building, burnt out. Yes.
I'd like to remind the people about our show.
Yeah, I'll get that. I don't know if Chanel had mentioned it. I don't know, Chanel, did you mention the extempo competition?
Oh, no. Sorry.
Yes. When I look at you, of course, I see extempo culture. So we have been trained for the longest while to reintroduce extempo. We have some measures of success. We had, CDC actually had one in 2024. That's when Kijagani won 2024. Yeah. God bless our soul. And the Upstage had one last year and the year before, and they are going to have one again this year. We are wishing for the day when we could once again have a national extempo competition. We understand develop entertainment, and an important cog in entertainment is humor. And we have been trying to encourage for years persons of the humorous calypso. Because of the paucity or the lack of persons composing and singing humorous calypsos, we actually, for several years, decided to give a prize for the most humorous calypso. That will be enforced again this year. A prize for the most humorous calypso. My friend Ipa wants to say something, so.
Yeah, I just want to remind the general public about the dates of the Calypso Cabaret shows at the Russell's Auditorium. It starts at the 26th of this month, yeah? That's Tuesday the 26th of this month. And then our another show will be on the 6th of next month at the Russell's Auditorium, and our preliminary show will be on the 13th. Okay? So we got three dates at the Russell's Auditorium, the 26th, the 6th, and the 13th, our preliminary judging, and we are asking all Vincentians to find yourself at the Russell's Auditorium when the Calypso Cabaret will be putting on the show. Thank you very much.
And but as one to reiterate their dates and to encourage us to come out.
Yes, I would echo the sentiments of Calypso Cabaret's leader to attend all the 10 shows for all the Calypso 10s. Give us your support, it's needed. And we have to make mention and thank Fraser's Construction for their sponsorship of the extempo, the in-house extempo competition at Upstage. It's open to the public, open to anybody. Just come and try. $1,500 up for grabs. Just come and try. Each night that we are at Russell, we will have competition, and our preliminary night on June 10th, there will be a finals where the winners will take their money and go. So thank you, and see you in the tent.
Yeah, just to confirm the dates for the Anto again, the 28th of this month, which is next Thursday, Russell's Auditorium. 4th of June, Russell's Auditorium, and the 11th of June, it's the preliminaries for the Anto. And I encourage everyone to come out and support all the tents and keep the momentum going into Carnival.
Just want to remind you, Dynamite Cultural Organization, their preliminary would be June 6th, Saturday, June 6th at the American Legion Hall in Brooklyn, New York. So make a date and come out and support the Dynamite Calypso tent overseas.
Graduates Calypso tent, Friday the 29th, Friday the 5th of June, and preliminary judging Friday the 12th of June. Come out in your numbers, all Vincentian, everywhere, wherever you are. Support Kaiser, we say.
Yes, in an effort to give you the experience I've spoken about. The CDC has partnered with the tents to give you a feel, a different feel, but a feel that feels good. We all know that the CEO is a very creative, well, in fact, I call him a creative genius, and I make no apologies for that. And he'll be at the forefront of transforming the Russell's auditorium, so it'll be so welcoming that when you come, the next time you're going to bring 40 persons with you. I'm certain of that. The 11th of June, you are going to ask, well, this has to do with Calypso. But it has to do with Calypso because it has to do with me. On the 11th of June, if that person was not born, I want to be here in front of the microphone. So I want to acknowledge that the 11th of June is a very special date because that is the day my mother was born. In 1938, the 11th of June, that gem of a woman called Ruby. And every opportunity I get to speak about my mother, I speak about her in loving terms. So 11th of June, you see guys, I have to make a sacrifice. I'm now with my mom. On 11th of June, when you sign up for something, you have to report your duty. So yes, God spared my life, I'll be in the tent, but I would wish I was with my mother on that night.
Could bring you to our areas.
My mom is a Christian.
Christian, don't come to the tent. I'm a Christian.
Yes, so we want to end by thanking all the sponsors, all who have seen it fit to sponsor the various tents, and those who have seen it fit to sponsor the association over the years. And we're not going to end here. We're going to thank those of you who have ensured that CDC gets some monies, and CDC need some cash injection. So I'm appealing to you. Please, when CDC comes calling, when the tents come calling, when Mas come calling, when PAN come calling, and yes, when Calypso come calling, be prepared to help because you are helping the national festival. And in so doing, you are promoting Simmons and Grenadines because it goes without saying that this is our premier cultural festival and it brings in millions of dollars in our economy. And we must recognize that the carnival plays an important role, an integral role in buoying the economy. I want to say yes, thank you, Koja of the Vincention. Thank you, Vincy, always here with us. Continue to spread the gospel of Calypso. Calypso, me say, the voice of the people. Thank you for having us. Have a good day, and God bless all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, be a part of history on Tuesday, 26 May at the Russell's Auditorium. Witness the launching of the Calypso Cabaret, featuring a cast of 15 members, Calypsonians and soca artists all at their best. Dancing would be done by the La Gracia Dance Company and drumming by Naked Roots. A very entertaining night awaits you. Showtime is 8:30 p.m. Music provided by the Uprising Band. Admission $20. Come, let's celebrate the Calypso Cabaret. See you there, May 26th at the Russell's Auditorium. What?